I just came back from a nice bike tour. It's one of the first sunny days in spring, and today I would like to talk about consistency in language learning. Why consistency is so important, why we struggle with consistency, and what we can do about it. Consistency is one of the most important things in achieving almost anything in life, because very few things like learning a language, but also other tasks and habits that we develop in life can be achieved over a short amount of time. A lot of things take a long time, and that's why we need consistency in order to get there. Now, I'm talking about this today because we are at the beginning of March, and one of my goals in this year is to consistently learn Indonesian, which I haven't been doing so far. Why haven't I been doing it? Certainly on one aspect, I do have a lot of other things going on in my life. I have a job, I am starting and working on my language app Linguamers and dealing with a lot of other things. But I do also have times where I could be studying Indonesian, but I'm doing something else, like playing video games. And I am always telling myself, well, I will start tomorrow. I want to learn Indonesian because I will travel to Indonesia in August. But I tell myself, oh, it's still half a year, it's still five months. Now, why is it so difficult to be consistent with what we're doing? It's because if we start a new habit, something that we weren't doing before, and we want to be consistent with it, we are basically forcing ourselves to change our identity. For example, before I started a YouTube channel, I didn't make YouTube videos, and my identity was not one of making YouTube videos. And by starting to make YouTube videos, I need to change my identity to that of a person that consistently makes videos. In the same way, I was in recent months, not regularly studying Indonesian or not really studying any other language that much. And now I need to change my identity again to that of a person who studies Indonesian every day. And that is difficult because it's very difficult to change our identity, because we like our identity, even if we think that we want to change it. We think we want to become fit and work out a lot, but we don't think about that we want to become a different person, to get a different identity. We only think about the external outcome that we want. We want to become healthier, we want to get in shape, but we don't think, I want to become a person who goes to the gym every day. I want to become a person who never eats chocolate pudding. I want to be a person who studies Indonesian every day. What we think is, I want to be a person who can speak Indonesian. And that is the issue, that we don't focus on the fact that we have to change our identity. In life, it's very important to learn this skill, to not attach ourselves too much to our identities and to allow them to change. Whenever we start something new, like now I try to study Indonesian every day, I will feel a resistance in me of changing my identity. There will be a resistance that doesn't want this identity to change. And instead of being afraid of this resistance, instead of reacting with fear to it, the healthy way is to observe this resistance and slowly let it go away. Let it go away, observe it, and by not reacting to it, it will slowly pass. That is how we can overcome this hump of becoming more consistent with what we're doing. Now, certain people say that it takes 21 days to change a habit, to develop a new character. Other people say 66 days. 21 days, in my experience, is not enough. I tried to stop playing video games for 21 days, and the desire didn't really disappear. I also tried to work out every day for 21 days, but even after 21 days, my desire to work out was still very, very low, and I still had to really force myself. So it's not, I don't really agree with this idea that you just need 21 days or 66 days and then you don't have to think about it anymore. You will always have a little bit of resistance inside of you, and this resistance will be stronger at some times and less strong at other times. But the key is to observe this resistance in you and to not react to it. And this consistency is important because we will always go through cycles. We will always go through cycles where we are more motivated and cycles where we are less motivated. Some people have stronger cycles, others have less strong cycles. I'm a person who feels cycles quite a lot. And we need to have tools to deal with these cycles. We need to be able to observe them. And that is why self-observation is such a powerful tool. Another, a little bit more superficial way of being consistent with language learning is to make other people hold yourself accountable for your progress. And you can do that by telling other people about how much you've been studying. Now, I've been doing that recently. I started posting every day on X and on Blue Sky my daily progress in learning Indonesian. And so now every evening before I post there, I need to think about and realize how much I have studied today. And on some days I haven't actually studied anything, and then I can either face the perhaps shame of posting and saying that I didn't study at all today, or I can still squeeze in like 20 minutes and then post and tell the world that I did a little bit of progress at least. And this is something that I found has helped me quite a lot with staying more consistent with my study. So these are some thoughts that I wanted to share about consistency in language learning. Consistency is really important because it helps us to develop a habit, and as Aristotle said, with consistency, excellence becomes a habit and is no longer an act. Thanks a lot for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye, take care.